Ya Tera Niamo. You buckle up, family. It's gonna be interesting. This evening is gonna be interesting. There's hold on, let me get everything situated while y'all get y'all situated. So y'all driving me crazy with this. Like, I should be used to it by now, but for some reason I'm not. Hold on 1 second. Now to go.
Oh, you want to go? I got you.
Or just turn it down, because I know I'm probably gonna get high. There we go. Thank you, bro. Yeah. Okay, so y'all literally be driving me cuckoo with this with everything. Shit, I don't even know where to start. It's like, how are we always on the wrong side of everything? We was talking about pray for Paris, though. None of you Negroes speak French. But they was talking about pray for Paris when it was 500 DC, 500 black girls missing in DC. Now, one of y'all had where the children at, but you all switched your profile pics to pray for Paris. Now, if I see one more you Negroes talking about we need to help Israel and the Most High, and if you ain't praying for Israel, what the fuck are y'all talking about, man? Like, you don't even. Do you know anybody in Israel? Do you got any relatives in Israel? Any vacation, summer vacation home, maybe? Fuck it. Did you go to church one time in Israel? I make it easy for you. Did you sit at home one day and watch a church special from Israel? Nothing, huh? Oh, I forgot. The Bible told you Israelites. The Bible told you the chosen people. So a bunch of people who never studied shit are now convinced that they're right. And we're the only race that does that. Like, every other race respect the smart people in their culture. We got a culture full of, we only respect the dumb assholes who kill people and make rap music and can shoot baskets through hoops and shit. That's where all our respect go. If you could twerk, shoot a basket through a hoop, run a touchdown, or kick a verse, you can be idolized in any black neighborhood in America. But not for being intelligent. The people who don't study shit love to argue with the people who do study. And you know it's the first thing y'all say? And y'all say some, this year, all 2024, I'm attacking stupid shit. Y'all got 2-3 months, however long, to get y'all shit together. Every time people say stupid shit to me, I'm not letting it slide no more. I be letting too much shit slide. Like, y'all will literally say, just because you read don't mean you know everything. Just because you smart don't mean you smarter than everybody else. But I'm smarter than you, motherfucker. That's what I'm talking to you. I'm not talking to everybody else. I'm talking to you who don't read shit. And me who read all type of shit, and I got to argue with you that I don't know what the fuck going on. This is madness. It got to stop somewhere, bro. We got to get back to uplifting the intellectuals in our community. Look at any culture in antiquity. They always revered the wise men and women of the tribe, village, nation, whatever you want to call it. Nobody ever upheld the degenerates to the front of civilization until now. This is literally the first time in human history where the guy who knows nothing gets everything. And I don't get it. We literally argue about shit that in our heart we know for a fact we don't know. So what is this incessant need to be right when you know for a fact you don't know what the fuck you're talking about? That shit is crazy, bro. And like, I don't see, and I could be wrong, but I don't see other races doing this. The Italians built an entire culture off lying about being criminals. They knew publicly you wear suits, you be businessmen. Now, in private, they'll crack your shit in the back, smoke big cigars, and got a foul mouth. But they're not going to show you that side of them because they took over society with that shit, convincing everybody that they were the good guys. And realistically, this nice little fat man in a business suit is really Uncle Paulie, and he will kill your entire fucking family while he pet his kitty cat. But you didn't know that. But here we are. We got to put our guns on social media. We got to let everybody we smoke good weed. We got to let everybody know everything we doing. We the loudest motherfucker in every building. This shit is crazy, bro. We're not getting anywhere with this I know it all ass mentality. It's not working. You got a bunch of people talking about pray for Israel. Do you have any fucking, and that's what drives me crazy. Israel is the bad guy. But it's because of this dumbass religion y'all subscribe to. And then when I get forceful with the words, y'all get offended. What the fuck else am I supposed to do? I come to y'all like, brother, I talk to y'all. Y'all know for a fact, y'all will sit right in front of me. Or you a dialogue on the internet with me. There is nobody with a fucking brain that knows me that don't know at least, at the bare minimum, you know. I'm gonna throw y'all a bone. This shit is so inaccurate, it's ridiculous. But I'm gonna throw you one. You know for a fact, at least the last 6-7 years. That much you know for a fact. Because I've been letting it be known, at least for the last 6-7 years, all I do is study and teach. Y'all know this. And then as soon as I say that, y'all will say, that don't mean you always right. That's not what the fuck we talking about. You love to change the topic when I'm finna catch your ass in some bullshit. Let's talk about what we talking about. Everybody know, at least for the last 6-7 years, I study and I teach. When I engage you, you know in your heart for a fact, there's no way in hell your life has allowed you as much study time as me. It's not bragging. It's not nothing. It's just a reality. So why then would you argue a point that you know in your heart you're not sure about? You just want me to be wrong. You're not even sure about it. I literally be talking to y'all, and y'all literally be telling me, I get into argument with Christians, and y'all tell me y'all could feel Jesus. You a motherfucking lie. You're lying. And you only saying that because it makes your argument right. But you can't fucking feel Jesus. Y'all say stupid shit like that. I've been saved by the Holy Ghost. You're a motherfucking lie. And then you think I'm bashing your religion and giving you my opinion. I'm not giving you my opinion. If I gave you my opinion is so fucking radical, y'all would probably never speak to me again. I don't give y'all my opinion. I give you what I can fucking prove. We've been down this road 1,000 times. Break up the fucking word. It's right in front of you. Israel. Y'all so high strung. All these black people, Israel, Israel, Israel. And you swear to God you don't want to be Africans. All of y'all know how to say is Israel, Israel, Israel. And you swear to God you don't want to be Africans. Let's break up the fucking word. The first letters is IS. Anybody who studies with a brain knows IS is the abbreviation for ISIS. It's only 4 letters. The next 2 letters are literally an African deity named Ra. Literally. The last 2 letters, EL. I ain't talking about you fly-by-night ass scholars. I'm talking about the real ones that dig into information. Anybody who really digs into the information, you're going to find out that L means Saturn. And it's also coming from African origins of a deity. So, your Isis, Ra, L. Isis and Ra is African. L is Saturn. So when your black ass is sitting there rooting for Israel, you're saying, I'm into Africa and the devil. You don't know that because you rather argue with me about shit that you think you know. But you cannot just pick and choose when you're going to be intelligent. So all of you Negroes sitting on your couch rooting for Israel, let me point something out that I figure y'all ain't noticed. Because most of y'all don't even watch the goddamn news, which the news lie all the time anyway, but it could help you in one small space. I noticed something about these Israel people that y'all keep rooting for. When they show you the footage, am I the only one that noticed that it's all white people? When you look at the footage of Palestinians, the Palestinian people, am I the only one that noticed that them is dark people? See, so about 30 minutes worth of research will solve all your problems, because then you will learn that Palestinians look like us. And the Israel people look like the same people that locked your ass up in chains. So wait a minute. Coincidentally, all of the Palestinians look like us. The Israelis look like them. And once again, the dark guy, the bad guy, huh? None of y'all don't even understand that the original inhabitants of the motherfucking land is the Palestinians. Not these ones, but before that. The reason why they dark complexion, but they got hair like white people, because they're biracial. They're the offspring of colonization. Yeah, back from the Jesus days. If you actually understood your Bible, you would know this. So this is the problem. You don't understand what the hell you're rooting for. You're rooting for the same people who enslaved you to do it to another group of melanated people. That's literally what you're saying when you're saying pray for Israel, oh, help Israel, all of that shit. You're saying the same people that locked our ass up in chains, I would like them to do that to a different group of melanated people. Israel don't have nothing to do with you. Sorry. What you dealing with is the same shit. More colonization and confusion. Israel is stealing these people's shit. We see the same blueprint all the time, and I'm going to prove it tonight with the Flint shit. This is just the first half. The second half, I'm going to tie all of this in to exactly what happened in Flint. And y'all going to see that They do the same thing all the time. Let's look at 9/11. We already improved 1,000 times that the powers that be was behind 9/11. We'd improved this shit 1,000 times. If you think anything different, that's personal, you crazy, you tripping, whatever. So now, yes, I do. Another thing, not why, who is a murderer and the thief? Who you referring to, Queen? Now, this is why I always say religion is dangerous. And y'all think when I say I got a problem with religion, I'm saying I got a problem with God. No, God don't even like religion. That's the part y'all don't get. God did not make a fucking religion. For what? God created you. You don't think he created you with comprehension? You think he created a dumbass species that needed to read a book when there was no such thing as reading in the beginning? So if there was no such thing as reading in the beginning, and the only way you was going to get close to God is through reading the book, then that means the first couple of million years, everybody was damned to hell. Do you understand how silly and asinine that thought process is? So what about all the people who never read the book? What about all the people born in foreign lands under a different religion who will never have the opportunity to read the book? Are all those people going to hell? We talk about innocent children who was born under the Buddhist religion. They grow up, never commit a crime, never hurt anybody, contribute to their country, and become good Buddhist people. You think they're going to burn in hell? It don't make sense. God didn't have to give nobody a religion. God gave you a divine comprehension. The fuck you need a book for? This is slavery. And look how it got you thinking. Now, every time you look at the enemy as the hero, I got black folks all over America talking about pray for Israel. Talking about if you're not praying for Israel, what are you doing? What the fuck are you doing praying for them? Because we don't understand while we talking this anti-African shit. Israel is in Africa. All the Middle East is Africa. There didn't used to be a such thing as the Middle East. All of this shit was one thing. But y'all get caught up in landmass, and really it's about people. And if you melanated, you're indigenous to the planet, not no one fucking landmass. Y'all get caught up in one landmass, and then y'all get to arguing and fighting about it. If we would do away with the maps, black folks all over the world would get along. If it wasn't for maps, if you remove maps and religion, black folks all over the world, think about it. We always say the term divide and conquer. So if there's a such thing as divide and conquer, how they divide us and how they conquer us. We got divided with land and religion. So if you remove the religion and you remove the maps, the only thing you got is melanated people. And then we wouldn't have nothing to argue about. So literally what stands in between you and liberation is the map and the religion. You're talking about Israel, Isis, Ra, El. That is African. El is Saturn. Saturn is Satan. You must understand what you're giving your existence to. Now, let's talk about, see what I'm into facts. Information is currency. I don't get up here arguing my beliefs and then have black folks mad at me for what I believe. You could get mad at me for what I know, but don't get mad at me over my beliefs. The Palestinians got kicked out of Israel. They got kicked out of Israel. The government got separated into 3 branches. Y'all getting it confused with religion. Y'all hear Muslim, and since most black folks in America is Christian, you automatically think Muslims is your enemy. you ignore the fact that the hierarchy in Christianity is all white and Muslims is under Christians and predominantly melanated. You're missing that part. So they literally got you warring against people that look like you for people who look nothing like you and hate you. Because you don't understand about the way this all went down. So the government gets split into three factions. Two of them because it was the black folks' country, and because Islam took over Africa and made black people Muslim. That's got nothing to do with us. The continent got conquered, and most of the people got turned Muslim. So when you see these people and they tell you they Muslim, you instantly think they not your people. They still melanated. The same thing that got happened to you got happened to them. They got their ass kicked and got removed from their home. Exactly what happened to you. You want people to have sympathy for you all over the world, but we ain't supposed to sympathize with them because they Muslim. That's what I told you. Land masses and religion is only thing separating us from understanding we the same fucking people. But they understand that all over the world, they stick together. Now, watch this. This how slick they is. Since most of the people in the country was Muslim, they divided into three branches. Two of the branches was Muslim. The president is Christian, which means white. So they give black folks a spot to make a difference, but the supreme say-so is the white guy. And so now, soon as they get complete power, as soon as the Christians take the power, they declare war on the citizens. Now the Christians say, now that we got power, this should be an all-Christian nation. So they attack the Muslims and put them out the country. They call them Palestinians. Those are just black people. That's it. Palestine was just the name of their country. It's just black people. The only reason why they're Muslim because they got conquered. That's it. No devious agenda, no hate for anybody. If you really understand, y'all don't even understand. The two most peaceful religions on the world is Buddhism and Islam. Islam is a religion of peace. So when you see all this gunplay, this is something else you're looking at. You're getting tricked. And they do it every time. They told you planes flew into the buildings for 9/11. Now we got people who know how to work on film. They can, and I done played this on the show before. They can actually break this thing down and show you that the footage was tampered with for 9/11 and there wasn't even no plane. We got this. We got evidence. There was no plane flown into the buildings. And the people who survived in the building say they heard explosions coming from the basement. The people who was outside that witnessed it firsthand, none of them said we heard a plane, except for the second responders, and you can bet that these was the implants. We done already watched the film work with Dick Gregory, and I proved how they fake events with the Boston Marathon. We already looked through that, and I showed y'all the multiple people playing different roles at the Boston Marathon. They're called crisis actors. You could literally go on Craigslist right now in whatever city you in and look up crisis actors, and I guarantee you they got them in your city. This is a job. We seen during COVID, they showed us a hospital and told us it was mass hysteria at the hospital. Then a couple days later, in a completely different country, they showed us the exact same footage. We didn't catch it. A YouTuber caught it and put it side by side and said, how this going to be happening in two different countries? They fucking play with us, bro. And y'all just sit there sucking it all in, believing everything you see. They're playing with us. Now, if there was no planes that flew into the building for 9/11, then what are we looking at? You cannot go to war unless the people are supporting you. That's what makes war work. When you get them, everybody ain't gonna support it, but you need a majority of support. Now, when y'all get y'all ass on social media and everybody talk about pray for Israel, and they see all these black folks and all these people sympathizing with Israel, you watch the news say Israel was under attack. They told us that for 3 days. It still says Israel is under attack. But wait a minute, the attack was only the second day. They bombed the shit out of Palestine back, and now they about to destroy the Gaza, which is the most important place in Palestine. So why they keep feeding us Israel is under attack when at this point Israel then struck back and is about to beat the brakes off these people? These people are not listening. If this shit go for another 2 more days, they lying. Well, they lying already, but Israel got some of the best technologically advanced weaponry on the planet. Their air game is second to none on the planet. Israel. When you listen to the heads of their army talk, they're not dudes with accents. These are white men from America. So who's controlling the Israeli army? Because I didn't see no Israelis. The major was a white guy, a soccer dad looking ass. So you got to know what you see when you see it. They're playing games again. So you blow up the towers. You give us a phantom guy named Bin Laden. Then we find out Bin Laden was United States CIA ever since 89. Not because I say so. This is documented fact. You can prove it. Anytime y'all want to know shit, you can literally look it up and download the documents yourself. I do it all the time. That's how I be fucking y'all up in these conversations and debates, because y'all go off emotion. I go off of what I done read already. I get into a debate about slave ships. Y'all tell me we didn't come on slave ships. And people argue that shit up and down. It didn't happen. And you got a whole group of people right now, these Aboriginal dudes, arguing everybody up and down that we didn't come on slave ships. But little old me, who got nobody following my channel, I took my ass and downloaded the port documents of slave ships. This is official port documentation, the PDF files. This is official court paperwork with case numbers and docket numbers and shit. So if it didn't happen, who the fuck is on these boats and who is these names and why it got docket numbers and receipts? You got to stop talking off emotion. That's why we're in the situation we're in, because we don't study shit. We just emotionalize everything, and it's easy to keep us under control this way. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. The reason why this is so easy to spot, because they use the exact same formula every single time. So now with the fake 9/11 shit, then they say, well, now America's scared. That's New York. That's the Mecca. So you mean to tell me if they can fly planes in New York, none of us are safe? Oh, panic. American people, oh, I was so scared. Then they get crisis actors on there and say, we can't find my daughter. And she was there and now she's there. And then y'all eat it alive. And then all of they do, they look at the schematics and see percentages. Okay, the American people, they believe us by 60%. The goal might be to get to 64%. Who knows? As soon as they see the 64 mark, then an announcement comes. We will not take it anymore. We're going to get the bad guys. And then y'all say, yeah. And then they look at this. Oh, okay. 75% of America agree with what we just said. Cool. Now we finna go bomb innocent melanated people because our country is behind us. They conquered the number 2 place for oil and the number 1 place for heroin by blowing up the towers. So if I want to take over the heroin trade and become number 2 in the oil game, blow up my own shit, and then there you have it. For 50 years of television, we seen, and everybody has seen one. If you say you haven't, you probably lying. Everybody has seen some show or some movie or something where the two buildings got blown up or the towers got blown up or some shit like that before it actually happened. I've seen several shows. Super Mario Brothers. There's all kind of movies where they had the whole tower thing that they did before it actually happened. So you think Al Qaeda got the idea from watching American TV? Like, hey, all the criminals get caught when they do it in the movie, but let's see if we can do it. Fuck out of here. This is what makes it so sad that like we can't catch on. So now we had a justification to go take people, land, and resources. You got Hawaii. The people are trying to take the land from the people. The people go to court, fight back. The indigenous people of Maui, they go to court and fight back. They win. Next thing you know, there's an uncontrollable wildfire that disintegrates everything. And now the people who won their land in court no longer have their land. And not to mention, there's about 10,000 people missing. The Rodney King incident, we talked about this 1,000 times. Somebody just happened to be across the street during a time in American history where almost no one had a camcorder. Somebody just happened to have one right at the moment of the most vicious police ass whooping in American history. It just happened to be a camcorder on deck when like 1 out of every 7 to 8 Americans actually had one back then, but it just happened to be one right there. Everybody got off. Rodney King died later. And there was 10,000 people came up missing from that. It's the same damn thing they keep doing over and over and over and over, and I just don't understand how we're not hip to it by now. Now we got Palestine. They want, keep in mind, it's the prophecy. The prophecy says that they get the land in 400 years. Y'all think it's talking about y'all. That's why. See, I'm not confused about what's going on. The only reason why you're so concerned with Israel because you think that's your ticket into heaven. So you're riding with the side that you feel like is going to get you into the pearly gates. Fuck facts. I need those pearly gates. We're the chosen people, and the chosen people are supposed to get the land back. So you figure if you show solidarity with Israel, at some point, all of them white folks going to say, now that we got rid of all the black people that we wanted out, we're going to open it up to the chosen black people. Yeah, that's going to happen. Yahoo to the family. What's happening? Now, my thing is, broski, what's to it? My thing is this right here. We can't keep being on the wrong side of this if you're trying to get right with God, but you're not willing to do any work to figure out what that means. I got some clips from this Flint thing, and Flint was no different. Every time they want to take the land from black folks, they come up with a natural disaster because this directly will affect the inhabitants of the land. now the people outside who are not the inhabitants of the land, they can now come in and do a land grab. How did the Great Depression? They faked it so they could do what? Steal the land. Don't y'all get it? It's the same formula every time. You fake a disaster, then you steal the fucking land. So now the Palestinians, and you connecting it with being Muslim, and so you don't care. And you're connecting Israel with Christians, so that's what's right. I'm here to tell you, it's damn near the exact opposite. Nima, Yahoo. Now, here's the thing. Like I said before, when you got when they divided the country into four, and then they broke that up and made the Christians the head of a predominantly Muslim nation. That was the underlay right there. When you hear names like Yasser Arafat, they're going to tell you he was a dictator. You hear names like Umar Gaddafi, he'll go down in history as a dictator. Saddam Hussein, go down in history as a dictator. All three of these were Arabic people fighting for melanated people. Historically, all we've ever seen Christians do is kill melanated people. You show me a moment in American history where the Christians helped melanated people. I can't wait for this. Show me a moment in American history where the Christians came to the aid of melanated people. And I ain't talking about your local church. They don't got no choice. They need your ass there every Sunday. I'm talking about the Christian governing body. The amazing thing is the same people who are telling us to pray for Israel don't want to talk to you about the fact that the church is who ordained slavery. Don't y'all get that? That's the part that's the sickest about this obsession y'all have with Christianity. The church is who gave the final say. The Pope gave the final thumbs up and said, go get them. The Pope, the church. And y'all want to separate yourself from the Pope. Okay. At the moment where the Pope said, go get the Africans and make them slaves, what was the other dominant form of Christianity on the planet? Another fucking nothing burger. And this is what we specialize in. Your fucking religion is who told the world that slavery was okay. Religion did that. Because before that, it was just a business of servitude where you could get your freedom back. Soon as the Pope said this is legitimate practice for everyone, then slaves became property for life. This had never happened before in human history that we know of. Now, you got Israel. You got two scenarios. So I'll give you the scenario y'all thinking about. Here's the scenario y'all thinking about. The news said that this group, this Islamic terrorist group named Hamas, just decided to bomb Israel. And now it's up. And now United States step in and Sleepy Joe, drunk ass, making threats. So a Muslim terrorist group just decided, okay, so let's take that route. This is a Palestinian Muslim terrorist group, allegedly. Here's the problem with that. The Israel people are not the original inhabitants of the land. Those white people that's complaining about their families, they're not the original inhabitants of the land. The melanated people, the Palestinians, was there first. It's who they took it from. Remember when I told you when the government became predominantly Christian and they put a bunch of people out? That's who they put out. They put out everybody that looked like me and you. So let's just say the Palestinians decided to bomb Israel. It would be well within their right because it's their shit. It's more theirs than the people who are claiming it now. It ain't neither one of their shit, but it's more theirs than the people who are claiming it now. So if Hamas, a Palestinian terrorist group, really did attack Israel, so fucking what? You still should be rooting for them. Because Israel took their shit from them. And why did Israel do that? Because according to your fake ass Bible, the promised land was promised to them by God. And this is why in the Bible, every time God gives the Israelites some land, he tells them to go slaughter people for it. So when you look at your modern day army who go slaughter and rape innocent women and children, they're following in the footsteps of the blueprint of your Bible. Because this is exactly what God ordained. So why would it be any different for any army? The army should be able to do the same thing God told everybody else to do. So you're literally sitting here rooting for the people who stole somebody else's shit. And you all over the place with it, feeling indignant and self-righteous and feeling obligated. And anybody who don't agree, I just seen y'all cussing people out. So now, let's deal with Flint. Here's the thing. All of this shit has always, white folk tell you what they're going to do. Everybody heard this phrase, the New World Order. New World Order. And everybody know that this is about one group of people taking over the entire world from everybody. And y'all all talk about it, but nobody believes it exists. Okay. Well, let's just look at what we're looking at in the world. And you can see somebody's doing something. And if you follow the pattern, it's the same shit being done. Okay. Let's go from 9/11 to now. The only thing we've been doing is warring with the Middle East. Now, they want you to think these people have been putting up a fight this whole time. How? These is little bitty ass countries getting destroyed. So ever since 9/11 attack, we have damn near completely taken over all of the Middle East. Now, this thing with Israel. This is more global white dominance. And they play so vicious. So now, I'm going to give y'all a little backdrop, and then we're going to go to these slides. There was a brother, and it was hard for me to get this information. I tried, but it's been hard. It's been difficult to get. So I got to give it to y'all this way. as a brother named Kwame Kilpatrick. He was the mayor in Detroit. Now, they was calling him the hip-hop mayor. He had got in real good with the rappers, and he would wear suits and gaiters, and he was just he became a positive brother to connect with the rappers, this, that, and the third. And so now, around this time, the dude who came before him, anybody who ever seen Godfather of Harlem, Clayton Powell, that was the mayor before the dude who I'm finna talk about. This dude, what I'm finna say? Okay, so you had a Clayton Powell type of dude in there. He was corrupt as I don't know what, and he was mean as shit. They had him in there. He left, and he used to cuss these people out, and they accused him of all kind of shit. He left, and after he left, Kwame Kilpatrick took over. Kwame Kilpatrick take over. The community love him. Everything going good. Now, this is the dude who, if y'all remember, this is the dude who some years back, the black dude who got caught cheating with his secretary through some emails. Then the emails went viral and it was all over the news, and that this is that dude. Now, it started with emails with him and his secretary. He ended up getting sentenced 26 years for embezzlement and fraud and all type of shit. What was the fraud and what was the embezzlement? He allegedly was embezzling money through all of these, through a series of crooked deals with the water company. So allegedly he was doing some crooked deals with the water company, taking more money than he was supposed to. Here's the problem. Kwame Kilpatrick left in 08. He left in 08. The water didn't get contaminated for 5 more years. So let's just think about this. If I had a guy corrupt enough to take millions of dollars, but I can't convince him to switch the water out, it doesn't make sense. He's on the take. He's corrupt as fuck. So why did it take 5 years after he was gone so they can actually do what the plan was? That's because Kwame Kilpatrick was approached by the water people, and he declined. As y'all gonna see on these clips, I'm gonna show some of the best water in the world is from Michigan because it's right next to Lake Huron. So you're getting fresh water. You're getting water right up out of Lake Michigan. So it's one of the best water supplies in the country. So one of the biggest commodities of Detroit is their water supply. So they came at Kwame with trying to switch to a different water company as mayor. He declined to do so on several occasions. They even started threatening him and shit. He declined to switch the water. And then after he declined to do that, these mysterious emails popped up, text messages. Now, you have to ask yourself this. How does somebody get text messages between me and my secretary? It's just me and her. We're texting each other. How do those text messages, they said the text messages got leaked. Who leaks a text message? It's only one of us. It's me and you. So either my phone is being tapped or you're telling them because you was on a take in the first place. So we got two scenarios. Did the secretary, was she sent by them to kick this off? Or did they just, once they didn't get the response they wanted, they start looking at his phone records to see what they can find. Either scenario, now this guy who the community loved and denied poisoning his people, now he's the biggest news story in America for having an affair with his secretary. Okay. The initial problem is me having an affair with my secretary. Y'all got some text messages, and me and my secretary, we getting busy. I'm out of pocket, marriage in jeopardy. More realistically, I probably shouldn't be the mayor anymore. I get it. Governor, whatever the fuck, governor. I probably shouldn't be the governor anymore. I get it. My only question is, how did we go from I'm in trouble because I'm having an affair on my wife? Text messages. Uh-oh, they try to cut us off. We cooking. They must know I'm finna get to the good part. I'm in trouble for having an affair, extramarital, and text messages. How do I end up doing 26 years in prison for fraud and embezzlement? Where'd that come from? How do we get to embezzling money from the water company? Coincidentally, the water company, see, this is how they let you know what you're getting in trouble for. So it's the same water company that he denied doing business with. So let's just make this make sense. If I am stealing millions of dollars from the water company, why wouldn't they fuck up the water then? I'm already on the take with the money side. Who cares about? I don't give a if I'm stealing millions of dollars from the community. I don't care about poisoning the people. So there's no way. And not only that, I know I'm in too deep. I've been doing business with y'all money transactions. When y'all come to me about poisoning the water, if I say no, I gotta know I'm in trouble. I've been doing business with y'all stealing money. When you suggest poisoning the water, I gotta go with the plan. Even if I don't want to, I gotta go with it. So my point is, there's no way in hell he was actually embezzling money if the water didn't go bad till 5 years later. The water going bad 5 years later simply means that whoever was in office before that, we couldn't get it done. Now, there's another guy that comes in after Kwame, but he's an ex-NBA player / future Hall of Famer. Can we trust this guy? So this is a guy that's going to put in place. Every time I get to the good part, my frequency go out. This is a guy that's clearly being put in place to make sure things go smoothly until we're ready. Now, they get rid of Kwame. They bring in the NBA player. That's another black face. But he's not really. And we're going to let him smooth the people into a space. So now let's see. Let me see which one this is. Hold on. Let me see something, y'all.
A message is urgent enough.
That ain't the one yet. Oh, damn. He told me the volume was bad on these two, y'all. This. Oh yeah, it ain't no way to. I know y'all can't hear that. Damn.
It was a king. The governor put a king.
Damn. For the people on Facebook. I know y'all can't hear.
The governor took over. At one point, 50% of African Americans in the state were under emergency management.
So I'm gonna have to help us out.
Governor Snyder's idea to remove democracy from Michigan's
All right.
cities
Damn it.
so impressed the future president that he came to offer his support.
Damn it, damn it, damn it. Let's go here.
Sometimes help arrives.
City of Flint, USA, May 5th, 2016. POTUS has arrived.
The people of Flint had one last beacon of hope.
We were all invited to this big thing where the President Obama was going to speak to us about the problem.
Oh my gosh, this is so cool! Oh yes! Oh yes!
It's finally here. We've been waiting. Once he can make a conscious decision to push this with urgency.
While President Obama was on his way to the event, Governor Snyder thought he'd take to the stage and warm up the crowd.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I understand why you're angry and frustrated. Not like we do. I want to come here today.
Hold on for a second though, y'all. Is it just me or do them white people the white dudes' hair pieces be fucking hilarious? Like, why do they put them carpets on their head and think we don't know that should be stiff and weird looking? It's just funny, my fault.
Guys. We have a short-term water crisis that needs to be repaired.
Thank you for caring for us, Obama. Flint's recovery is everybody's responsibility. And I'm going to make sure that responsibility is met. That's why I'm here. To tell you directly that I see you and I hear you. We invest. Can I get some water? Come on up here. I want a glass of water.
Get a bottle. Bottle water.
I want a glass of water. Everybody settle down. This is a feisty crowd.
Look at this way.
Thank you. I really did need a glass of water. This is not a stunt.
Look at this.
What? He wet his lips. He did not drink it. He didn't sip it. He wet his lips.
There was an audible gasp in the audience. People were just like absolutely dejected. Why would you do that?
I am sure that somewhere when I was 2 years old, I was taking a chip of paint, tasting it, and I got some lead.
Yeah, that's like talking about like, well, I didn't wear a seatbelt and I'm fine. It's like, but there were tons of people that died.
Backstage, the president, sitting at the table with the criminal governor, decided to perform his stunt all over again.
You know, generally I have not been doing stunts here, but, you know.
That's not what I expected. That's what Snyder did.
It felt like he minimized like what people were actually going through and struggling with. If you were actually lead poisoned, you would not be president, you would be janitor Barack Obama.
We were holding on to hope that he would declare a disaster area. A disaster would give us FEMA, it would give us pipe replacement, get engineers in here. Then we could get Medicare for all the residents of Flint. As soon as he took a drink of the water and said everything's fine, that was that.
And look at it, years later, it's still poison.
When he came here, he was my president, but when he left, he was not my president.
I'm here to let you know that I see you. Bitch. When are y'all gonna get tired of these people doing it, pissing in the wind and tell you it's raining? Did y'all? That was the most disrespectful shit possibly ever. These people in the middle of a real crisis, you came and mocked it, pretended to sip the water and said that wasn't a stunt. I really was thirsty. Somebody said get a bottle. I said, no, I want a glass. Come on, man. What the? Drink the whole glass then, punk. People are literally dying. But we're going to deal with why he didn't do anything.
Would again go back to the president's visit last week. He reinforced the message that filtered water has been determined to be safe for people to drink.
This again was our hero, and we thought he was going to come here and help us. But they do have a mural of him, and you ride past it now and his head is busted out.
It was devastating, and it depressed the vote. And I know people that stayed home and just said to hell with all of them.
I don't know. I don't know.
But
I don't know why anybody would have advised him to do that. And I don't know why he would do it.
Now, to the average person, then the Democrats don't look like the people who are going to come to the rescue.
Right.
Now let me show you.
Flint, the number is something like 8,000.
No, I don't know.
Now,
but
I don't know why. I don't know why any.
Hold on for a second.
I don't know.
John Podesta. Y'all see that name? John Podesta. Remember that name, John Podesta. Now I'm finna show you something. This is what I was telling the Queen. Okay, this Fahrenheit 11.9. Now I used to watch. Oh, this fan. Hold on, I done got cold, y'all. Hold on. Now I used to. I told y'all before. I used to really like that Fahrenheit 9/11, and I showed everybody who came into my house. I used to make them watch it. And then I got more knowledgeable about the world, and I said, "Wait a minute, something ain't right with this Michael Moore dude." I said because there's no way he can do all of this research, because if you do enough research to find out all that stuff that he found out about the Bush family, bro, 30 more minutes of research will let you find out that it's not the Bushes, it's the government. The Bushes are taking orders from a government that's an outside entity of America. How the fuck you don't know that? You this famous reporter, you got all these researchers, you doing all this research. You research far enough to give us a finger to point, but not give us the real culprit. So from Fahrenheit 9/11, we didn't learn about the power that really runs the world. We learned that the Bush family was crooked. Okay, well, absolutely zero has happened to them since you exposed that. So that was a nothing burger. You got rich. You made a shitload of money for telling people something that did absolutely nothing. The Bush family is corrupt. Big fucking deal. What did that do for us as a people? Nothing. But you got rich. So I told the Queen, and she was a little frustrated with me that I don't really like Michael Moore. And here's why. Because he's a fat, fucking, slippery piece of shit, and he think he's slick. Now, y'all probably think like, damn, why General just go off the deep end like that? I'm finna show you in a second. He's a slick piece of shit. Now, in this very documentary, when me and the Queen was watching it, I said he just pulled some bullshit. She was like, what? Okay, in the documentary, he's not only talking about the Flint water. The Flint water is the second part of it. this is really mostly about how corrupt Trump is. And then he's pulling for Hillary a lot in this film. And then he's bringing up the part of the reason why Trump was attacking Hillary about the emails. He basically tried to paint us a picture that he tried to paint the picture that the whole Hillary email situation was concocted by a bunch of sexist dudes who had rape issues. Basically, he tried to make it seem like it's a bunch of people who got off with sexist rapist shit that was going against a woman. However, Hillary is accused of all kinds of sick shit. And you didn't see none of that, but you found out he dug into Trump and Trump's relationship with Epstein and Trump having pedophile friends. I'm gonna say this again. He blasted Trump on Epstein and Trump having pedophile friends. And he painted the picture that everybody who Trump was appointing was some type of sexual deviant or rapist that got off or sexual harasser that got off, something to that effect.
I don't know.
This sick piece
but
of shit
I don't
right
know.
here, John Podesta. He got caught with all kind of kiddie porn type bullshit. He was part of an enormous investigation where there was a tape floating around. On this tape floating around, and I've seen footage from the tape and I've heard the tape. Just so we're clear. Now, one of the things on the tape is a mutilated little girl that was ceremonially mutilated. And one of the primary culprits in the mutilation was Hillary Clinton. Now, this could all be just a bunch of hee-haw bullshit speculation. However, there was an incident, I believe in, if I'm not mistaken, like 2021. I won't put the date on it. Either way it go, there was an incident where the NYP, some officers from the NYPD came forward because of this tape that I'm telling you about. Now, this tape had two things on it. The one thing the tape had on it was Hillary mutilating this little girl. Now, there's a picture of what the little girl, when she was all mutilated, the picture was floating around. When you watch the movie Castaway, and Tom Hanks has the bloody hand on the ball, that bloody hand on the ball is them making fun of that little girl that they mutilated. You will see the exact same picture in Ellen's office. And Jay-Z had a sweatsuit with the picture on the sweatsuit, and all down the sleeves of the sweatsuit it said, "Ah." The second thing on the tape was this piece of shit motherfucker right here, and I'm talking so foul, y'all gonna see why, and I recognize his voice anywhere, was John motherfucking Podesta, a well-known billionaire pedophile. Everybody knows he's one too, and he got a sick-ass brother. They got in trouble for the artwork in their house was like all kind of sick-ass mutilated kids tied up and all kind of weird shit like that. They got a tape of him. He got this look. I'm sorry, y'all, but I got to tell it. He got a little boy in the shower. And I ain't saying no motherfucking allegedly. I saw the shit with my own eyes. What's going on with you, God? What's up with you, God? He got a little boy in the shower. And he makes all his victims call him daddy. And he got the little boy in the shower screaming for help while he got the shower on fire, and he didn't close it in there. you think you're hot shit, you little fucker. You think you're a big tough? And he just cussing the little boy. I'm sorry, daddy, I'm sorry. And the little boy screaming for help, and the fucking shower's on fire. We got the tape. I seen it with my own fucking eyes. I heard it with my own fucking ears. So don't be talking about no other bullshit, nothing. It's this motherfucker with the big ass glasses, John Podesta. Look him up. He's a well-known rich fucking pedo. And he got a brother, and they got caught doing some pedo shit. And I'm pretty sure he's free now. Now, if you want to back up what I just said, go watch Justin Bieber Yummy video. Justin Bieber got a video called Yummy. If you paying attention and you know what's going on, the video is about adrenochrome. It starts out with him walking through the back, the freezer that they found Kanika Jenkins in. He walked past that little freezer area where Kanika Jenkins was in, and he walks into this auditorium. Inside the auditorium is kids and grown-ups. It's this crazy ass dessert. And everybody just chilling, acting normal. But soon as you eat the dessert, you get loose. And he calling it yummy. And you listen to the lyrics, and Justin Bieber is literally telling you what the fuck is going on. And the number one character in the video is a white dude who looks exactly like this with big ass glasses. So that's one of the indicators of how you know what they talking about, because Justin Bieber is sitting at the table with John Podesta. So I find it mighty odd that fat ass Michael Moore, the best-selling reporter with the number one most selling documentaries, everything he dropped. Everything Michael Moore dropped is the number one best-selling documentary. How he getting all of that juice for pointing out the bad shit in America? Fuck out of here. He one of them. You're sitting, you could do all this investigative reporting, but you don't know. And hold on, though. Just so we clear, this is 2018. This wasn't that motherfucking long ago. 2018, 2019. Ain't no way you don't know John Podesta's a fucking weirdo. Everybody know it. In these circles, they be knowing who the fucking weirdos is. Just like all of them years, everybody want to support Epstein. And for you Michelle Obama fucking weirdos, tomorrow I'm going to post her little podium tribute to Epstein, how he's such a wonderful, brilliant man who's responsible for putting this wonderful night together, and we just can't say enough about his brilliance. He's one of my favorite people in the world. Michael fucking Obama, Michelle, whatever. Y'all be looking at stuff and just don't know what you're looking at, and then you get offensive and take it up with other people. These people are sick. John Podesta's a fucking weirdo. And I don't believe for the life of me that Michael Moore is interviewing him and don't know he's a fucking weirdo. You know why? Because Michael Moore is a fucking weirdo. You're going to report all... You got enough information to get in the business of all of these sex offenders, but you don't know John Podesta one? Fuck out of here. I don't even want to see that one no more. Now, I don't even know if I think y'all probably can't hear these though. Y'all ain't gonna be able to hear this. So basically, what they letting you know is that hold on. Damn, I hate I didn't even check the audio. I did it real quick at the crib. But they're showing you how this governor got into office. This is the dude who contaminated the water. And the way he contaminated the water is he called a state of emergency. It's a name for it. Damn. Damn. If I check my phone, it's gonna go off on y'all. It's a name for it, but it's a way you can call of a state of emergency as a governor. And when he did it, it's basically the governor got the power to overthrow all the local power structure in a state of an emergency. So he called a state of emergency when it really wasn't one. And then it really getting everybody out of power. And then he brought in a group, a completely different group, a whole different political structure. Now, they said they want to switch the water from the primary source from Lake Huron to this water company. He said it would help the place, save the people money. It would be all of these great benefits to switching the water over. So they switched it over. They celebrated and everything. And he did it in black areas. Flint is one of the had the highest population of black people in America and had the best water. So you got to think about it. Wherever pure water is at is big money. So you got the pure supply of water, but it's a bunch of niggas there. So white folks can't get the maximum benefit off of it until we get rid of the niggas. Damn, that sounds familiar. Africa, maybe? See, this is what's flawed with y'all America. Everybody came from America theory. Everything comes from the water. Civilizations comes from the water. So when you're looking for the beginning of a civilization, you got to find the water. The only place on this planet that's down there completely surrounded by water is Africa. So this is where you would have got the most productivity out of the land. Now, I only said that to say this. Anywhere you see lots of melanated people and a good water supply, you will see them get colonized and lose their land. So now you got Flint, the best water supply in America, happens to be the state with the most niggas. Well, good old white folks can't let that keep going now, can we? So you contaminate the water and you get the people sick. And then because the contamination, it flowed into the lake. Now that wasn't their plan. So once the contamination flowed into the lake where all the fresh water was coming from, it fucked up the General Motors. Now, General Motors had been a huge contributor to the governor's political campaign. And they're saying, we don't got no fresh water. So he devised a system to get General Motors clean water. What about the fucking indigenous people that you're killing and getting sick? All he did was get representatives to come out and say, they kept telling these people the water is meeting the standard, the acceptable standard. Well, what the fuck is the acceptable standard then? So, once again, you have a group of people, non-melanated, who see an opportunity to get melanated people off their land. And while we're at it, casualties, because it's all about population control. So if people die in the process, that's even better. So whether it's 9/11, the Maui fires, the Flint water supply, the Africans in Africa, the Aboriginals in America, every single thing you've ever seen on this planet is a faked disaster connected to a land grab. And what was the first time that this happened? Every ancient culture speaks about a great flood. What you're not understanding is when the Bible tells you God made man and woman, he and she, he made them, and it gives you the beginning of civilization, that story is in Africa. All of the stories in the Bible down there take place in Africa. So, when the God of the Bible gets pissed off and drowns everybody, those are melanated people getting drowned. Now follow the story. What happens next? God starts over with an albino in the Caucasus Mountains, meaning I am getting rid of the niggas and giving the planet to white boys now. If you believe God did that, then fine. If you don't, then you need to worry about what the fuck you are subscribing to, because according to your religion, that is exactly how it happens. Or we could go with my kooky ass theory. You have a false God trying to convince the people that he is God, and it's not working. And the rebellion is getting worse and worse and worse. So when you're charting up all the wickedness that's on the planet and all of the violence, it's violence and wickedness of people trying to oppress people and violence of people trying not to be oppressed. And then they realized something. The sun is the primary light and life force on the planet. The African been here so long that we began to tame the wildlife. You can go to Africa right now and see Africans who have turned big ass lions into pets. And what we couldn't domesticate, we taught ourselves how to hunt. So the African got to a space where there was nothing in the wilderness that he couldn't tame, understand, or conquer. Now, keep in mind, when the sun goes down in Africa, this is pre-street light. It's pitch fucking black. Now, imagine being new to a place, trying to conquer it and navigate it, when you don't understand how to maneuver through the darkness as the people who are indigenous do. So there's a way that we can fix this problem, and it's multifaceted. There's this thing called a moon. Other planets have it. This planet doesn't. Let's bring one here. Now, the moon, as we know, is the light for the night sky. That's one benefit. Also, the moon controls the ocean tides. So now let's go back to this God who's mad at these African people and doesn't know what to do with them. Wait a minute. Their hearts are full of wickedness, and I don't want them anymore. So you drown them, aka with the inception of the moon on this planet came the shift in the tides so tremendous that it flooded. However, the only thing is there are no accidents in this world. So it wasn't the moon just floating here. The moon was brought here. You don't have to believe what I say. Just look it up and you will find out with a simple Google search. You can find out that the moon is not an original attribute of this planet, which means when this planet was created, it didn't come with a moon. The moon came later. You can decide on your own how it got here if you don't believe my theory. Fine. Cool with me. But my theory explains how the sky got lit at night. It explains who's controlling this planet. It explains where the Great Flood came from. I mean, there's a lot of things connected to my explanation that you didn't have answers before you heard this bullshit I'm talking. So, yeah, tomato, tomato. You notice the same pattern. Now, once you flood the planet, just like when you burn Maui or you flood anything else. Now, in this day and age, we got all these big skyscrapers and shit like that. And a flood still destroys that shit. Imagine what happened in the TP days, the mud structure days, when everything was built with mud huts and shit like that. A flood destroys everything, displaces everybody. This is the same thing you see now. Natural disaster followed by a land grab. Flint, the water got contaminated. Black folks got sick. But it's a part that it ain't gonna play, but I wanted y'all to hear. And it says, when this lady is talking about the and this is when the Ford water got contaminated and he switched up. And I want y'all to hear you can't hear that. This is it this one? It's may y'all see how sick these babies look.
Because as one doctor noticed, nearly every child had ingested lead.
There is no safe level of lead in the body of any creature. There is no safe level of lead. It is potent and it is irreversible, which means once it is in your blood, it wreaks havoc. You mean irreversible for how long? Forever. It literally drops IQ levels of children. It leads to impulse disorder, and memory issues, violent behavior, aggressiveness.
Impulse disorder, memory issues, violent behavior, and aggressive behavior. Isn't Flint one of the most ruthless cities in America? One of the highest crime rates. They messing with the live. I know they messing with it like crazy. They stay fucking with me. That's how you know when we cooking, when they start touching shit. Can y'all, is it fucked up now, y'all? They gonna they might take this whole thing down. I sacrifice the potential of my channel to bring y'all to deliver this message. We finna get ready to get up out of here anyway. What I finna say? Oh, violent, aggressive behavior. So now we know. So let's think about this real quick. Hold on for a second. I just thought about something. It says that the contamination in the water could lead to violent, aggressive behaviors, impulse disorder, anger problems. Okay, so how complicated would it be to look at the demographics and see what kind of water Black America prefers? And we could get more specific and we could go neighborhood to neighborhood and say, okay, in this particular neighborhood that's predominantly Black, what bottled water do they buy the most? In this particular, you could go neighborhood to neighborhood and do the research and see in each area which bottled water do melanated people prefer. And once you found that, you can make sure those bottled waters that hit that neighborhood are always spiked with whatever it is that's in this water that's making it so you're more aggressive, more violent, more. Do y'all get where this is headed? This is, I keep telling you all the time, this is weird science. So if they're letting you know they have the capabilities to put something in the water that would be non-detectable, but could make people more aggressive, more angry, more violent. Memory loss. Every time they want to take from you, they have to blame it on you. This water thing, they did the same thing in Milwaukee. We fought for justice with that incident. I just need us to know that they're not gonna stop doing it. There's no kill switch that says at this point cut it off because they can't handle it anymore. They're not gonna stop doing it. And so the more we pretend we don't understand what it is, or we don't see it, or we don't understand it, then why would they stop? You got all of these natural disasters, and they're all tied to what? A fucking land grab. A land grab. And it always seems to be the indigenous people that get the bad end of the stick. I don't know, it's just sad. Cause like I don't know, man. I do all of this shit, and sometimes I get to the point where, like, am I gonna be one of those people that spend most of their life pushing for something that they'll never see? Because I feel like it's almost like every year we're getting less conscious, and I don't understand. With all this information floating around, all of these, I see in pockets, I see a lot more people speaking positive shit. But when I look at the overall, it's like, I feel like there's no way in hell, this, I'm gonna tell y'all, my whole rant, this is all about Sexy Red. That's my biggest problem with America right now, is Sexy Red. I feel like once I realized what she was singing about, and that a lot of women was on board with it, I think that's the first time I felt defeated. Sexy Red has made me feel defeat in the eyes of the revolution. I don't know. It's getting scary. It's getting scary to be us. I've been on this road for a long ass time, and I was optimistic. I mean, I try to stay optimistic, but it's getting dark, man. It's like every time they see we're coming up out of the spell, they find something to put us back under, which is their job. I'm just upset that it keeps working. It should not keep working. They should not be able to keep just. Either way, we're if y'all show up, we're going to Clubhouse after this. I'm gonna end a little bit early because I gotta go to the opposite side of town and get me a smoothie. So I'm gonna go get my smoothie so that I'm ready, because y'all ain't gonna believe this, but the smoothie place I go to, them shits last like hours. Like bullshit you not. Tonight I'm gonna be drinking on the same smoothie hands down for 3 hours. and it's still gonna be good till it's damn near gone. I don't know how they do it between the styrofoam cups and whatever the formula is, but that goddamn thing lasts for 3 hours, man, and I can't stop thinking about it. So I'm leaving here. I'm going to get my smoothie, and I'm probably gonna get me some. I know a lot of places don't got Perkins. Y'all, some people might not even know what the hell that is. But if you're in a city that has a place called Perkins, you can get 3 muffins. You could buy 3 muffins and get 3 free. So you get a 6-pack of muffins. All you gotta do is pay for 3. The muffins be big as your head. You buy 3 of them, you get 3 free ones. That shit come in handy at work when a Negro get hungry as hell. My work been clamping down on shit, so I don't really be leaving for lunch no more. But you can get a muffin that look like this, and they got the pineapple upside down cake joints. I always get 2 of them. They got blueberry, cranberry. Look, I'm having a fat boy moment. My fault, y'all. I apologize. But I need y'all at Clubhouse, so we can interact. I'm gonna tell y'all like I told y'all last week. Y'all not finna get me in Clubhouse and have me do all the talking. I'm gonna end that shit short. Let's get the Clubhouse. Let's exchange some info and talk about this shit, because it's all connected, and we got to start seeing that this is one big thing. It's not 4 or 5 things, not several different things. It's one thing, and it's affecting us all. The fact that we think it's separate, we think we're separate religions, we think we're separate races, we think only certain people are getting affected, and this is the key to their strength, is dividing us so that we're never in agreement. The first time we agree, their ass is in trouble, and they know it. Excuse me. So that's that with that. We will be obviously we're gonna do our thing Thursday. About the music. I had seen the Queen Monique Monique love hip hop. So Monique be on me about the music stuff. I do got another music project coming out, and it's gonna be fire. What I did is I forgot to put the cover up. I put that song out, and a lot of people was like, "Wait a minute, this ain't conscious." Hey man, look, I'm versatile. I ain't got to just do what y'all want. But no, everybody who know me know I love the battle rap culture. So every once in a while, when I get bored, I just want to throw some bars out. So I just put some bars out. It wasn't no positive. It wasn't nothing that you could take to church or throw the black fist up. It wasn't for that purpose. They had they do sometimes they do those bar challenges. It was one in my city, so I just did the bar challenge. So I talked about whatever the fuck I felt like just because it was fun. I gotta have that release. I'm an aggressive dude. If everything is all nice and black fist and buttons, I'll go crazy. Cause then I'm just gonna snap at the wrong time. So I take my my music, and sometimes I use that as an outlet for my aggression. So if you hear a song where I'm just talking about greasy and splitting people melon and all that, I'm not gonna do anything. I don't even go outside, but it's fun sometimes just to have an aggressive moment. It's like an action movie. So I did that, and I done it. It was fun. Now it's over. But the project I'm doing, if it ain't something where I could try to make history, I'm not interested. So this time I'm going to do. I wanted to do last year. I did revolution music because all the music was horrible, and I figured if I'm not going to complain about the music, then I should try to fix it. So I made some good music. But what I did was Black Friday. I didn't pay for Black Friday. I took free beats, I used them, and I just let y'all hear it. So the reason why I didn't promote it and I didn't make videos and all that shit, because the music wasn't mine. It was just my lyrics, but the music wasn't mine, so I couldn't make a quarter off of it. What I'm doing with this next project is I'm paying for the whole project. So every inch of the project will be mine. That way we can put it on all platforms and promote it. Now, with that being said, I'm getting back to what I do. It's going to be positive revolutionary music. It's not going to be good music as far as goody two shoe, no. But every song's going to have a message. I'm not gonna just pointlessly gang bang and talk about objecting black women and killing. Every single song is gonna have a point and a message. However, you still gotta, a big bulk of this is talking to the streets. So you got to make it acceptable on both sides. If I make an album that only the righteous people like, I wouldn't mind doing that. But y'all don't spend money with me. Y'all don't even fucking donate to the show. So I can't put my eggs in that basket. If I go with only the street people, then my righteous people are gonna be like, damn, how you ain't made nothing for us. So I have to meet y'all in the middle and make a street righteous project. So of course I'll be cursing because I like cursing, to be honest with y'all. I never really tried not cursing except for when Granny was around. Now she not, y'all can get it. I'm just playing. So what I'm doing is I am calling the project 7. I hope my brother Mr. Reinhardt still in the building. And that's my brother too, y'all. And everybody who know me know when my brothers is successful, I love that shit. One of the most realest brothers I ever met was Reinhardt Willie down there. When I had my very first event, when I put out my first movie, I did a red carpet event. That brother was there at my event. We hadn't known each other that long. He was one of the first people there, and he was straight up supporting. And since that moment, he always showed me that if I'm rocking, he rolling. So I love brothers that's thorough. He also a Scorpio brother, so it ain't too many Scorpios this flaw. Scorpios pride themselves on being real. That's a big important thing to all Scorpios, is not being looked at as fake. You can look at them as a psychopath. You can look at them as anything, but Scorpios hate being looked at as fake. And he always then showed me the real. Now that brother is doing well and he's succeeding. So anybody up and coming on the music, go to Reinhardt Willie, Chili Willie. Go to him, and that brother gonna get just don't be cheap. Go to him, spend some money with that brother in this organization, and I guarantee you he'll put you where you want to be. I'm definitely gonna shop with him when I drop this project, and we gonna rub elbows. The concept is, and I'm about to make history. This has never been done before, and I don't think there's another human being that can do it. Now, y'all say Tupac is the greatest of all time. When it comes to rap, I probably don't disagree. I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't think anybody's better than Rakim. If y'all want to give Tupac second, that's fine. I personally, if I'm putting the list together, Tupac is third on it. I don't think anybody is better than I don't think anybody is better than Rakim. If I have to give Rakim, if I had to say next, then I would say KRS-One, and then it can be a toss-up between Kane and Pac. Either one of them you want to put in that number 3 space, I don't argue. If you want to put Pac in number 3, that's fine. You want to put Kane in number 3, that's fine. But I don't think you can put nobody before KRS-One and Rakim. It just ain't happening unless you're delusional and you don't really know rap history. KRS-One will walk up on you right now and freestyle for 30 minutes conscious shit. Now, I can't do that. You want a 30-minute freestyle, I'll give it to you, but it's going to be a lot of violence. To freestyle on my head, and I'm speaking positive, conscious, pro-black shit, that's something different. And I'm teaching you about history. KRS-One, the only person I know that could do that. So that's why I say he's up there. And as far as Rakim, I just think to find somebody more lyrically inclined for him, I think it's not on this planet. So that's just me being somebody who really studied music. With that being said, y'all call Tupac the greatest. He did Machiavelli in 7 days. And they be talking about that like that's the truth. Now, I did my first ever project. I did it in 14 days. Now, I thought that was the shit. When I heard Pac did his in 7 days, I said, okay. So now here we're going to take it up a notch. I'm going to do mine in 7 hours. That's right. 7 hours. I'm calling the project 7. I'm doing it in 7 hours. I'm doing 7 songs in 7 hours. And I'm going to record the whole thing so I can't cheat. So we're going to be live on record. And y'all going to see me in full-blown Element October 27th right here. I got the booth rented out for 7 hours. We here from 4 to 11 on the 27th. And I'm going to be going live so y'all can see I can't cheat. And I'm going to stay here for 7 hours. When I leave, the project will be finished. I'm going to do 7 songs in 7 hours. Guaranteed, because I'm pretty sure I'm the only person on the planet that can do that. And I ain't talking about 7. It ain't going to be 7 trash songs either. I'm going to give you 7 classics. 7 classics. I'm halfway through the first one today, and I whoa. And if you want to just add to my accolades, since I'm bragging about myself, I don't write raps either. I don't know if y'all know that, but just so we clear, the last time I wrote a song was 1999. So any music you ever hear from me was never written. It just come out of here. So 7 songs in 7 hours, and we call them the project 7. 7 songs, 7 hours. The project name is 7. And I'm doing the 7 deadly sins. So each song is going to be one of the sins. Time to get off. They mad. They mad. Fuck y'all. They don't want y'all to know about this music coming out. So fuck y'all. The music going to come out anyway. And it's going to be the hottest shit that came out. I hate that it's coming out this year. And it's still going to be the hottest shit of the year with only 2 months left. I'm going to put out the hottest shit this year with only 2 months left in the year. Because that's what great people do. And it's going to be available. Y'all better buy it. Y'all better support it. You better share it, or I'm not your friend anymore. That's how it's working. I'm either going to lose all my friends or have a whole bunch of them. One or the other. All bullshit aside, coming. I don't know exactly when it's coming. It might come 11/7. Whenever I drop it, it's going to be on a 7. It might come 11/7 though. Now that I think about it, I'm going to try to get it ready for 11/7 when I want to release it, but we're recording it on the 27th. So either way it goes, that's that with that. I'm going to get my smoothie now, and y'all can't stop me. I'm going to get my muffins and my smoothie. I will see y'all in Clubhouse where we can finish talking about whatever it is y'all want to talk about. Knowledge is the only real power. Information is the only real currency, but the application of both is the route to divinity. I love y'all, and I will be leaving shortly. Oh, there we go. All right. I love y'all. We gone. See you in Clubhouse.